Hello dear viewers, myself Nasir and you're watching Mr.Zoologist YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about toxicodynamics. Toxicodynamics refers to the quantitative or descriptive analysis on the effects of a toxicant on a biological system. These effects include a range of endpoints and products ranging from the molecular level to cells, tissues and organ systems. If we talk about toxicodynamics, it actually refers to the molecular, biochemical and physiological effects of chemicals or their metabolites in biological systems. These effects are the result of the interaction of the biologically active or effective dose of the active chemical with the molecular target. Toxicodynamics, termed as pharmacodynamics in pharmacology, which describes the dynamic interactions of a toxicant with a biological target and its biological effects. If we talk about its examples include nephrotoxicity induced by gentamicin in humans. Uretoxicity occurs due to release of ammonia. Carcinogenicity is produced by active metabolites of aflatoxins. Reproductive toxicity is caused by ethylene glycol ether. If we talk about process of toxicodynamics, a biological target, also known as the site of action, this site can be binding proteins or ion channels. The DNA which is affected by aflatoxins. Variety of other receptors include androgens, estrogen, thyroid receptor, lipids including carbon tetrachloride. When a toxicant enters an organism, it can interact with these receptors and produce structural or functional alterations. The mechanism of action of the toxicant, as determined via toxicant's chemical properties, will determine what receptors are targeted and the overall toxic effect at the cellular level and organismic level. Toxicodynamics and toxicokinetics, these are related to each other. In toxicokinetics, we study the administered dose, whereas in toxicodynamics, adverse effect or toxic effect is determined. So, toxicodynamics is actually required protein binding or cellular changes accompanied with toxicokinetics accompanied with absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion. If we talk about application of toxicodynamics, the process of toxicodynamics can be useful for application in environmental risk assessment by implementing toxicokinetic, toxicodynamic models. So, toxicokinetic and toxicodynamic models include phenomena such as time varying response or exposure, carryover toxicity, organism recovery time, effects of mixtures, extrapolation to untested chemicals and species. Due to their advantages, these types of models may be more applicable for risk assessment than traditional modeling approaches. If we talk about difference between toxicodynamics, here we have toxicokinetics refers to the signs and symptoms a toxic agent causes, and toxicokinetics is the study of drug movement around the body. It includes absorption, distribution, metabolism, and elimination. Toxicodynamics is concerned with what body or what toxicant do to the body. Toxicokinetics is concerned with the body does to the toxicant. Toxicokinetics includes exposure, absorption, distribution, and metabolism. After metabolism, there are two further steps includes excretion if it is hazardous and storage if it is necessary for the body. Toxicodynamics associated with the pathology that affects health, and after health being disturbed, body recovers it in a process called as repair. Carryover toxicity as well as delayed effects can be simulated, whether they carry over toxicity is due to thermokinetics or thermodynamics or both. In this way, toxicokinetics and toxicodynamics models can quantify risks from pulsed or fluctuating exposures. Organism recovery time depends on the time course of toxicokinetics and toxicodynamics, which makes the toxicokinetics and toxicodynamic models suitable for calculating organism recovery time. So, toxicokinetics and toxicodynamics models have the potential to predict effects of mixtures including both environmental and chemical stress.